that they knows this person. That's a letter of recognition. And this is what gave Buhari that Buhari used to go into army, because he never showed anything those days. So the system, they kill the system. Anybody can come in police, anybody can come army, anybody can be anything. Security, security, that one, they killed it already. So security cannot work again in Nigeria. And you cannot remove all these people. Where will you start to remove all? There are many. Where will you start to remove them? It's just like putting a 2 cups of gari and put 3 cups of sand inside it. How will you separate these people? And most of them coming into this work, they are not coming into this work to serve. They are coming in to enrich themselves.
See, that's another thing, though. Normally, when people take up the job, it's because they love the job, okay, and they want to make impact.
Yeah.
When people go and join police in this country, they are joining the police because, one, they may have a family of, they may have a family members or older generation that have been members of police force in that community, or they may have history of providing security in that community, or somebody who lost a member of their family to criminal gang. They decided to enter a crime in I'm going to join police force in Nigeria.
But now it's not like that. Maiyegun, for me,
go on, Baba.
Me as an example, I love military. I did, they call it National Cadet Force. That was 1989, 1990. I was there for, why I left them? Because of mutiny. They did mutiny. This National Cadet Force was what Bangida turned to National Guide.
Right.
Those days. So I love military. I wrote military school exam. I passed the exam. They gave me interview. They brought letter of interview for me. My name was number 7. Getting to the interview center, my father took shower, everything around 6 o'clock in the morning. When we got there, number 7, I can never change this thing. Everyone that knows me, that is hearing my voice now, I've said this story to many people. My name was changed from one issue from that number 7. That's why I did not go for that interview in Amide Ababa, Enugu. They changed it. That's how I lost this military of a thing. I did not go again. Zaria, I did not go again.
Passion for that. You wanted to be a soldier, yeah?
Passion. Yes. So now the integrity of being a military man in Nigeria is dead.
It's gone now.
So let me come to North. You remember, if I'm wrong, you can correct me in this.
Go on.
You remember when this hunger issue and this Tinubu relocation strategy came on board? There are so many attacks in Yoruba land. Even 3 chiefs were killed. There was a lot of panic everywhere. I'm suspecting,
because you see what you just did now is that you are calling our attention to something among other things that we thought we noticed, right? That if we look at this and then when this and that happened, right? This couldn't be.
So during this time,
I want to hear more, Baba. Continue.
So during this time, I noticed that the Métis Allah launched their own security outfit in Zamfara. That they call it a fly Nasarawa. Sorry, they call it a flying of kites. They want to know where Tinubu is going, because their strategy with Tinubu to Yaradua failed. So they now push that one. Then immediately Tinubu, as a criminal he is, he now fronted Igbo, gave him pardon to come to do the burial. But for me, Igbo should be very, very careful, because let them not use him so much, because he used Igbo to scare that thing that is coming to Yoruba land, because they want to use it to threaten him. If you remember, there's a lot of threat coming that time from them, but the threat has reduced.
It has now.
Those threats have reduced. And Igbo who came, it's only a government-backed civilian. We open up and say, I don't want to see Fulani here again. This Igbo repeated the comment. The army now says something. He piped low a little bit. Now the threat from the north has reduced against Tinubu based on terrorism.
Threat from them. If you say it has reduced, you are right. But temporarily, temporarily.
Why I say it has reduced? Because they came and be picking the top men, not even the normal people again. And whenever they destroy a king or whatever, you have defeated that. Not even destroy, you defeated that community. Because for you to remove a king, you know what it takes to come close to a king. You have that is division.
The place you are actually like declaring a war.
First of all, that area must be, they will suffer to get another person to replace him. So that place, before they get it, you will see a lot of people that were only coming there to benefit or do bad thing will come. Then the righteous person has gone. If that person is honest, the one they removed. So that one, I like what people did that place by using Sunday Igbohu to stop that nonsense. Because by now they could have been killing them and be going. Because you see, all of them went to security meeting. Coming back, they're gone. Or a lot of those people they killed. So one guy said about 3 major ethnics of Nigeria. I want to tell that guy that Nigeria is no more Igbo and Yoruba and Hausa. Yeah. Let us not deceive ourselves in that issue. Nigeria is now more than 20 people, 100 itself. We will share Nigeria very well.
Possibly going to emerge from this whole thing if the conversation starts. You're right.
Yeah.
Gone are the days when we used to use that Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo. No anymore.
No. Wazobia is gone. Wazobia is gone. Because he is from Benin. He's Midwest.
He's Midwest.
Maybe he will not like to join Igbo. He will not like to join.
People should know this. People should know this, right? Yeah. In the history of Nigeria, starting from when Flora Shaw gave Nigeria that name, and then it got to a point where you have 1914, the amalgamation, North and South, as well as 1922, was that not Clifford the Constitution that allowed people to participate in election for the first time in that contraption?
Yes.
Now, after 1922, they have started kind of creating administrative blocks all over the place, the colonialists. But it was only for the first time where a region was created in Nigeria by the people that are part of that Nigeria, or that place called Nigeria, was when they created the Midwest. Okay, that was the time that people actually said they don't want to be part of the North. They did not want to be part of the East. Yeah. They did not want to be part of the West. They want to be on their own. And they conducted a plebiscite, a referendum, and they gave it to them. That created them. Now, this is 2024, okay? Nearly 64 years after that independence, there are more nations that would rather be by themselves. We should stop this idea of Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba anymore.
This Wazobia era is gone. Wazobia era has gone. So people should not say because the Fulani system of government have made everybody to wake up now. So even the people that you think that they are minority, nobody is saying that he's minority now in Nigeria. So Nigeria, nobody should be using that one anymore. For me, I don't even believe in that one. And this is a state of origin. That's another very dangerous weapon they are using against us. Like when I was in Germany, when you go there, I wanted to come back 2021 because I used to go to Nigeria every year. I want to go and make a new card for myself to travel. Immigration officer, I called him. That's what I call merit. I call immigration officer. I say, I'm going, I'm at my paper. What I wanted to take since. He said he's coming out this day. I don't know what is going on. I've already bought my ticket. She now asked me, when is your ticket? I said, look at the day of my ticket. She now said, can you come in the morning? So time. I said, madam, I cannot come because of my work. She now said, please, can you come? Do you know I went to immigration office? This girl came down. They don't do this. She came down and gave me the paper, white paper I used to travel and come back. That is in Nigeria, you cannot get it. You cannot calculate any time going to local government of talking less of going to state government or to go and meet. If you want to meet any mayor of any state where you are in abroad, you will just put feel that you're coming. Once they allow you to come, you come and see him, discuss whatever you want to discuss with him. But in Nigeria, just forget about that merit issue.
Because this state, they still have to make you kind of always beg. Because to them, if you don't beg for that thing, you won't know the value. Like, why? Why do we have to suffer for something before we know the value?
That is the power of state. That is the power of state of origin. Any place you go, if you don't see your own person, you cannot speak Yoruba with him. You cannot speak Igbo with him. You cannot speak Hausa with him. Then forget it. Any place you go, they just that's so. Let me just 1 minute. Sorry, issue of Aba. Let them not rejoice so much in Aba. Let them not rejoice so much. You saw what happened in Niger after this guy took expo from P2B in that conference. Then Tinubu immediately called him immediately. He went there and bowed. So far, they sent him to Lagos to go and make contracts, to go and finish to go and do live contract with their grains, because he said he will supply to Nigeria. And Tinubu, they took expo. Why can't these people admit that they don't know anything to do about government and call people that are competent? It has nothing to do with Yoruba or whatever, because P2B told them, if you can bring Osibanjo or any other person, why this man from Yoruba land? So Alicia, that's why I come to issue of Aba. They should not rejoice so much or promote that man so much. They should remember that his federal government is the one supplying the gas.
And they can still sabotage them.
And two, for them to, if you watch crime, if you are watching crime, this thing you will notice that they count on body language so much. Go and check the video where Shetima was cutting the ribbon. He wasn't happy cutting that ribbon. So they can stop the supply. And once they stop the gas supply, the 24 hours light will off. Because
OT media to write all the rubbish that would then make it look like, we know them. We know the drill.
Yes. Unless OC is disgracing all the governors, and the federal government will push them to go, even the Igbo governors will go against Alesosi very soon.
Remember,
so they should
go locally. Most important to them is next election anyway. So they will do everything.
Next election. Thank you so much, Maiyegun. Keep on your good work.
I appreciate it. Okay, thank you so much. Okay,
you're a wonderful person. Thank you. Yeah.
So I have another caller. Even though it does seem that it's easier to join us on the afternoon program, it's also becoming tense. So I'm going to begin to ask my friends to please reduce their talking time, because it's like more people really want to be part of it now. And it's incredible. Here is Prince JJ Man representing IPOB.
IPOB for life.
Prince JJ Man, how are you?
Baba, I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm here. I'm surviving. Thanks for asking.
Well done, Baba.
Thank you.
I thank God my patience pay off this afternoon.
I saw you there rolling on for the past 1 hour. I was like, oh, look at him. I don't know how long it's going to be. But you are still here anyway. So go for it.
Baba, you're a special one,
Thank you.
Honestly.
We all love, aren't we?
You see, I said I will call today because of this Agboro woman from Lagos.
Remy, Teresa Mendoza, Abuja. Go on.
You see, Baba, that woman, one thing I want to remind her is this: that the Buhari imposter and the dead one is still alive. And they said that any attack on Boko Haram, any killing of Boko Haram is a war against the North. I want to remind her. Okay? Because she's replying them. They said they wanted her head. The other day,
they declare fatwa.
Because that is gain of Muslim tickets. Okay, so they declared that they need her head for fatwa. Okay, so one thing I want them to know, you see, or to remind her husband, is that the military of Nigeria is still recruiting the repentant Boko Haram. The Boko Haram that is saying that they are going to give capital punishment on.
They are still recruiting them.
They are still recruiting them in the army. The one that the Boko Haram in the army is still recruiting the one that is declaring capital punishment against. And at the same time, I want to remind her that Boko Haram is the VP, Nigerian VP.
Yes, now shake out Shetima.
Okay. So all this, maybe she never calculate, never do plus or minus before she give that press statement.
Bring back our children. So, make them bring back our children.
You see, the thing that is there. I want to say, the soul of those the children, the innocent children that they killed. May their soul rest in peace. Okay. This thing that is happening in the north, Baba, it will soon get to the south. You see this one. You know, you are saying the other day, look like saying a play. You know, because you know when you pour kerosene on the ground or on the cloth, it will start to spread small. Before you know it, all the whole cloth. It's a small portion that you pour that kerosene on. All the whole cloth will spread of kerosene. That's how it's going to be.
That's how it is.
You know. So they are trying to pretend, they are trying to patch. The earlier, the better they divide in Nigeria, break up this shithole, and let everybody defend their borders. The terrorist is already everywhere. They are in Abuja, there is in Lagos, and they are trading and buying with everybody. You understand? This is the thing that they don't know. The earlier you break this thing up and they let everybody defend their border, you will know Yoruba know Yoruba, Igbo knows who is Igbo.
That's right.
Hausa knows who is Hausa, Fulani knows who is Fulani. It's very, very easy to solve. Even in the Bible, God said to the Lord, that is herdsman in the Bible, when he started fighting with Abraham, that is a farmer. God told them, advised them to separate their land, go this side, this one go this side. And that is how their trouble, that's how their quarrel ended.
They have peace, of course.
Yes, all the ones that with their cow, they went to one side, Lot, they went to one side. And even Abraham, to make peace so rain, he gave them Sandisa forest. They go, that land is so very big. He enter Chad. Take all of them. You can farm there. You can every grass you want. You can plant it there.
That's right.
Leave us. We're there for small south. That's what Abraham told Lot, and they divide. Everybody get peace. Is that if God can give a woman being that wisdom, to use as a template, why are we want to kill ourselves under this Nigeria? One Nigeria that every country that they gave name like dog have changed their name. It's only Nigeria that still retain this name that means darkness, name that means nigger, the name that make sure that the electricity will never work. Our children will come and meet us and will be shouting up NEPA.
Imagine.
You understand? So I just want to remind Remi Werekpe, the Aburo woman of Lagos, that want the Soko Ori Igbo. You understand? So let her know that what is she's treading on. You understand? If he's saying that capital punishment, even in the constitution of Nigeria, they've already declared that capital punishment since 1960. You see there, but nobody is using it. Okay? So if he's declaring, let you know that this war is declaring against the North. So, Baba, thank you very much. I just make a remind them in case they are dreaming.
You do. You see, you do well.
Is Biafra or Biafra? We are not shaking.
The first option Biafra.
Second option Biafra. Releasing now and the third
one is also
give
Biafra.
us a day of the referendum.
God bless you. Take it easy.
God bless you, Maiyegun.
Thank you so much, Prince Jejeman. That's Prince Jejeman, ladies and gentlemen. I've got Brevat on the line here. Hello.
Hello, General.
Hello.
Good morning.
The African Wahala. Is that you, bro?
Yes. It's me, brother.
How are you this morning?
Yes, sir. I'm doing very well. I'm very, very good. I'm just happy to be a part of the show.
Thank you.
I have been listening. I came in a little bit late, but once I joined the show, I've been listening for the most part. I missed the earlier part when you were talking about Remi Tinubu and her declaring death on terrorists.
That's right.
But was that exactly what happened?
She called them cowards.
She declared.
Yeah, she said they are cowards.
Oh.
They are taking children. Why are they taking children? You know, like, why are they taking women? That's not fair. They're cowards, so they deserve capital punishment. That was what she said.
Okay, interesting. I agree with her. I mean, a broken clock can be correct, even if it's
that's right
2 times a day. So I agree with that assertion. Those terrorists deserve no mercy, but she is also one of the terrorists, unfortunately.
Tell me about it.
You know, yeah, she is. She's a female terrorist. You know, I know people don't see them in that light. You just see them as thieves. But me, I see them as the most evil people in the world. They are on the same level as the Fulani
terrorism to fester. So go on, Baba.
Yes. And, you know, part of their people in their terror squad, mostly new Akin Sawyer, MC Oluomo. That video that you shared with us yesterday, where he was distributing vehicles to police officers, I mean, it's one of the evidences that shows how ridiculously dysfunctional. This is this country is like, my brother, do you remember during the Liberia-Sierra Leone civil war, and they had those child rebels that were groomed by soldiers, you know, Charles Taylor, he had all these rebels that were hacking people to death. In my opinion, that level of rebellion by those rebels, that is exactly what Nigeria as an entity represents in the global affairs. Because how can a country take every single aspect of a failed state where the check and balance is no longer existing, criminals are in power, literally drug dealers are the president, governors, murderers and terrorists are the ministers and senators, kleptomaniacs, documented kleptomaniacs are the ones that write laws in the country. And then common thugs, common criminals. Like 20 years ago, we already knew about people like Oluero. And we saw them like, man, this is just done. And I go. But today, he's about to
become part and parcel of the establishment as a non-state
that
are so powerful. I don't think we saw that. Unfortunately, those
we didn't see this coming.
Helped us prevent it. But here we are.
Yeah, we are here now. We never saw that coming. It's I mean, I don't even need to explain how ridiculous it is for a thug and a criminal to be distributing vehicles to police officers. That makes it impossible for the police to hold them accountable. See? It's already so. That's the Nigerian system. And I hope.
Yeah, in Ilaro, Prince, in Ilaro, where the chief smuggler, what do you
Dende?
Dende. The chief IBD Dende, right? They said that the custom officials operating in that axis, they have their special rooms dedicated for them. They are reserved for them in that hotel. Like you now want to serve as an informant, right? Oh, hello, custom. Hello, custom. I have an information about some people smuggling gun and drugs. And the name of their leader is IBD Dende. I know where they are going to, where they are passing. In fact, I know where they are keeping everything. When can I come and show you the information? Now your dead body, they go see the following day. Because what? Immediately. You are trying to report. They are the ones who are going to receive your reports.
Yes.
That's how bad Nigeria has become.
And that is Nigeria. This little microcosm of IBD Dende that you just described, that is exactly how it is across the board in Nigeria.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
You know? So finally, so I can let other people talk, to the older people of the older generation, our uncles and aunties, daddies and mummies in your 65s, 70s, 75s. You know, a lot of you were angry with us, you know, during last election. You started spewing all this tribal nonsense. I hope you guys can clearly see what you contributed to create it, because 20 years ago, I'm sure you guys, when you were in your 50s, you saw people like MC Oluero as a common Agbero. But today, now that you guys, your pensions are not paid, so many of you are actually poor. Some of you, you've burnt the bridges with your children, so they no longer talk to you. Now you have to go and beg people like MC Oluero for you to feed yourself 3 times a day. It's so sad, but that's what the Nigerian system is.
It is very
sad. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak. Please, viewers, click on the like button, please. Let's read that like up. Thank you so much.
The African Wahala. Bless you, Baba. That's the Prince Adewale, our own, the African Wahala. So my time is almost up, okay? And there is something about this this office that I need to tell you, my friends, so that when you begin to see the effect on me, you won't have to be worried. I figure out that when I get into this office, right, I feel so comfy that I just tend to enjoy just going to sleep, like taking a nap. That's not really good. And most of the time when I come out of from that nap, I feel refreshed. I feel energized. But somehow, I still have all these eyes swollen like I should have continued that sleep. So I just want you to know that, okay? I may crawl out of that my couch there and just come straight and present, and you will be like, where are you coming from? Nowhere else, just the studio. So thank you so much, everyone, for your time. I know some of you are still calling. And indeed, we were supposed to have it for maybe 3-4 hours, okay? But again, we will stop now. Go get ready for the evening. If we are going to have one, remember you need to look out. If we're going to be live in the evening, which I hope we are, okay? Just look around and see if there is any upcoming program by 7 p.m. UK time. That will tell you that Maiyegun is coming on. After this, you can watch my replay, the replay from all we did yesterday. And thank you so much. While we send, we send love and, gratefulness to God Almighty and those who believe in God. And those who don't as well, you can send yours to the universe. We are grateful for all the women in our lives, starting with our girls, our kids, our little girls, and then to our women, our sisters, our nieces, our nephews, and then all over the place like that. People we care for, people we love, people we cherish, people we will possibly bleed for if we have to. I mean, people you love. So today you remember them and you remind yourself of how blessed you are to have them in your life. Get a flower for that beautiful woman in your life. Show some appreciation, okay? And then as for the girls, give them some cuddle to show how grateful you are to have them in your life. I encourage you to, while you are doing all of that, just remember that there are those who are going through terrible life experience right now. If we use that of Nigeria, I mean, before we get to the part where women are being used as their war their war trophies in Nigeria, the jihadists are kidnapping women, including girls, raping them, right? And forcing them into motherhood, so to say. There is no help for them. There's no anyone coming to defend or to help them, per se. There are other women who are facing more war in their domestic, call them domestic violence. There are women. You have neighbors that is being beaten by her husband every now and then. You believe that there's nothing you can do because nobody can really get in between the husband and the wife. There is more you can do. Talk to them. I'm not asking you to become you don't really have to be a human rights fighter for them. When you see all of this, they are part of what has contributed to the society we are. Where empathy, love, care become something so rare that it seems to be a luxury today. So we need to show care. We need to show empathy. We need to show concern. Do not be indifferent to things going on around you. There are those of you who have neighbors, who have children as house helps that have been enslaved, denied the dignity that comes with being human. A lot of you are seeing horrible things happening, but yours are so protected that since it's not crossing over to your space, it's none of your business. All these things that we see and ignore, they are part of the reasons why our society is what it is today. Trust me, we can make a difference. Days like this are for you to remember that if it's working for you, if you are so happy, you see your girls and so happy and proud, there are those indeed. There are those indeed that requires attention. They requires help. You may be saving a life. Stop looking away. When you see anybody that is being subjected to an inhuman treatment that has become, almost like the norm, do not look away. I'm not saying that women are too weak to fight for themselves, or women are too vulnerable to defend themselves. Of course, there are women, there are girls that are really vulnerable because of their age and all that, okay? But when you see the violence unleashed on women, the psychological violence unleashed on them, and you are aware, do not normalize it. Please speak out. And to those of you who have been pushed, somehow a lot of us have given reasons why we have been hostile to women and girls, that we were provoked. Oh, we are loving husband, loving partners, most especially when our egos are not being bruised. The way she speaks, I have mine, okay? I'm a temperamental person, okay? And the only time I feel so bad is when I actually shouted at Agbeke. And I do not just shout at her. Get provoked and all of that. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? No, but just like normal, couple stuff, right? That most of the time I feel bad. I just feel like that's not me. I don't like that. Why did you have to make me do that? But I work more on myself. Okay, working more on myself means that no matter how angry I am, there are some things I can't say, because some of you believe that you could talk. Some of us believe that the only way you can see an abuse is when you physically abuse somebody. There are other ways you can actually abuse people without physically touching them. A lot of us know this, and we use that. Since there is no mark, there is no wound, there is no physical injury, then you are not what she said you are. Psychologically, you are eating that deep. All of this, when you hear days like this, just remember you have a sister. If you do have a mom, right? Or you do have a girl, a daughter. So the way you would like them to be treated, treat that lovely woman in your life. And also, I've been kind of like fear with that now, right? These are just reminders to tell us that we can be better than what we had yesterday. And if by any means we can make the life of somebody better, let's do it. Because you see, you may not be able to change the world, but you can actually change the world of one person. And that's enough. Okay? We don't have to change the world. You can change the world of that one person. And that could be the person you profess love to. This is the time for us to work on all of that. So, happy Women's International Women's Day to all of you, our ladies. I will see you some other time, okay? Let everybody take it easy. I'll see you later. Good afternoon.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, IWD #1.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, IWD #1.
Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Maiyegun Diary, IWD #1.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun Diary, IWD #1.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí.
Maiyegun Diary, IWD #1.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun máa wí.
Maiyegun diary na ibi number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun diary na ibi number one.
Maiyegun diary politico.
Maiyegun diary na ibi number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun.
Maiyegun diary na ibi number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Maiyegun diary na ibi number one.
Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun diary na ibi number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Ha! Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí